Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Lakers Talk with Gerald. Glad to see you guys back. This is video number 4, podcast number 18. I'm glad you guys can all make it. Hey guys, I got some good news and I got some bad news. All right guys, so I'm going to get to the good news secondly. I sound kind of exciting because I like the good news. I come up with some really good things that you guys, it's going to brighten you up a little bit. It's another side. You know what they say, look to the bright side of things, right? Look for that silver lining. Well, I found a silver lining, all right? It involved the Lakers. All right, I'm going to tell you all about that silver lining here just in a few minutes, okay? All right, so let's talk about the Lakers. We played against the New York Knicks at our home court at Staples Center. This game we were without Kyle Kuzma, who had a lower back contusion in the middle of last game. So we were already out with our number 1 scorer, LeBron James. We already out our number 2 assist man, Rondo, who's right behind LeBron James in assists. And then now we're out our number 2 scorer in Kyle Kuzma. Never fear, that silver lining is coming up, guys. So before I even get to that, if you can't tell, or if you didn't watch the game, or you didn't watch the news yet, you will know that the Lakers did lose to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks that had lost 8 straight games. The New York Knicks that was, I think, only had won 8 games and were close to the bottom of their conference. Yeah, those New York Knicks. Last podcast, in the last YouTube video I talked about, I said, hey, right now with all those players out for the Lakers, I don't care if we're playing a 500 team. That 500 team, I mean, we're on equal level. We really have to step our game up, play to the next level, and play hard the whole entire game for us to come out with these wins. And we were, I mean, to start the game, as soon as we start the game, we immediately get down by 10 points within the first 3-4 minutes. I mean, it just came, we came out lackadaisical. We came out throwing lazy passes, getting turnovers. I mean, that happened within the first couple minutes. I found myself just getting a little frustrated because, I mean, I talked about we got to really be attentive. We have to be focused. And we weren't really doing that. We were giving a lot of lazy passes, almost like we didn't respect this team, or I don't quite know. Now, we did start with a different lineup once again, because we were without Kuzma, so we brought Caldwell-Pope back in the lineup. So, which means we started JaVale McGee, we started Lonzo Ball, Hart, Caldwell-Pope, and yeah, that rounds it out right there. So that's 5 people. Let's go over it again. Talked about we started our center, JaVale McGee. We started Brandon Ingram, who I did not mention the first time, and then Hart, Caldwell-Pope, and Lonzo Ball. So that's where our 5 starters right there. Hart started at the 4. So as I was saying, we came out lazy passes, got down early, really quick by 10 points. It continued to go that way. We end up we kind of fought back a little bit, end up getting down by 17. It was looking bad, guys. It was looking like, you know, it was just about to be they were just going to run us out the house. Now, eventually, we did start coming back in this game. We eventually caught up. We eventually, at halftime, we end up catching up and cutting that lead down to 4. So now we're like, okay, we come back in the second half. We have a game. You know, it's only a 4-point game. This is in the ballpark. We can do this. So we ended up coming back. We eventually took the lead. Fourth quarter comes. We actually get up somewhere about 6 points. It's looking in our favor. But eventually, we still end up getting the loss, guys. All right, so the score was, let's talk about the score really quick. So we lost 119 to 112 to the New York Knicks. As I mentioned, we were actually up going into the fourth quarter, but then they outscored us in the fourth quarter, and we just started to falter. We really, it wasn't a whole lot of excuses. People could say maybe it was a rotation, maybe it was this. We lost. All right, silver lining coming up though. Before I do that, let's go into the box score. Let's talk about how the Lakers did, what we're looking at as far as players. Brandon Ingram, he ended up leading all Lakers in scoring at 21 points tonight. He was 8 for 21 field goals. That's very similar to the last game we played, if not exact. I mean, it sounds exactly the same as how he shot the last game, 8 for 21. He didn't make any three-pointers. He was 0 for 2. He did have 9 rebounds. But, you know, he had 3 assists and 1 steal. Okay? It was just okay. All right? So, JaVale McGee played very well. He ended up playing a little bit more minutes than he did last time. Last game, he only played 20 minutes. This time, he played 25 minutes. So, he ended up scoring 18 points. He played pretty well. He was 9 of 14 field goals for us. He ended up having, he only had 1 block. Late in the game, he ended up having something that would have taken away a basket, but it ended up being a goaltend late in the game. All right, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball actually had, stat-wise, had a good game. He actually made his three-pointers this time, was 5 out of 7. He had 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he was 6 of 13 field goals. So, okay, that was decent. His free throws, however, let's see. He actually was 0 of 2 free throws. So, free throw shooting, once again, did not look good. He didn't shoot a whole lot of them, so we didn't have a whole lot to measure by. But, hey, in the last 3 games, I think he's only made 1 of 12 or something. So, that shows you right there, not very good. All right, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, once again, he's been playing pretty well. He scored 19 points. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 6 out of 16, even though his field goals wasn't very great. He was 4 out of 12 three-point shooting, right around 33%. So, you know, that's getting it done. Over the last few games, he's been shooting lights out. So, good job for him. Josh Hart, 33 minutes, did not have a good game tonight. Guys, he was only 2 out of 11 field goals overall. 1 for 9 three-point shooting. Once again, just not getting it done. It looks like he's in a little bit of a slump. Beasley played in this game. Zubac played in this game. Tyson Chandler and then McIver played in this game. And then Lance Stevenson also. So those are all our guys coming off the bench. Ivica Zubac scored 10 points. So he actually played pretty well today. 2 of 2 free throws, 4 of 6 field goals. He had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. So getting it done over there. So, guys, I'm not really going to go too deep into the stats. We lost the game. Let's talk about this silver lining, guys. All right, let's talk about the silver lining. There is one. The silver lining deals with the Lakers still holding on and holding that number 8 spot while LeBron and everyone is hurt. All right, guys, you ready for it? Even with the Lakers losing, this is why we're still going to stay in a playoff hunt while LeBron is out. Okay? You guys ready for it? All right. That silver lining is this. All right, before I say exactly what the silver lining is, with this loss, it takes us to 21-17 now. Correction, we're 21-18 now. We're at 8th place in the Western Conference. After the last loss, we were the same exact spot, 8th place. We did not drop to 9th place, and this is the reason why. This is that silver lining. The 3 teams below us in the standings, the Memphis Grizzlies, Utah's, and let's just go to it really quick so I can make sure I got it right for you guys. I'm only going to get it right for you guys. All right, so the 3 teams below us, Sacramento Kings, Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies, and Dallas. Okay? So Sacramento, even with our loss tonight, they still have 1 more loss than us. They have 19 losses, and they have 2 less wins than us. Utah Jazz are 19-20, 2 more wins than us. Correction, 2 less wins than us. Memphis and Dallas. So the silver lining is all 4 of those teams are going to continue losing also, the same way we are. And with that, that's how we're going to stay in this playoff race, guys. All right, guys? It's okay. It's okay that we're losing because they're going to keep losing. All right, let me give you some proof. All right, Memphis Grizzlies played tonight, also with the Lakers. Guess what? They lost to, let's see who they lost to. They played the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is wrong, guys. That is wrong. I'm going to get you the right stat right here. So the Grizzlies lost to the Nets. Okay? The Memphis Grizzlies lost to the Nets tonight also. So that keeps us, like I said, they're going to keep losing. We lose, they lose. We're good. All right, guys? So they lost. You know who also lost? That's right behind us in that same race. The Dallas Mavericks. They were one of those 4 teams I was talking about. So both of those teams dropped and they lost. Now, okay, bear with me here. Tomorrow, Saturday's games, the Mavericks are going to have to play the 76ers, who are doing pretty well in the Eastern Conference. They're at 25-14, while the Mavericks are 18-20. That can very well be a loss right there. Most likely it will be a loss because it's going to be at the 76ers home court. So that's right there, loss. It's going to work in the Lakers' favor. All right. The Grizzlies are playing the Spurs tomorrow at home. Spurs have a better record at 22-17. They're in a playoff race. Spurs play very well at home. That most likely is going to be a loss for them. That's going to drop that team further back from the Lakers. And look, the Kings play the Warriors tomorrow. The Warriors, I don't need to say anything about the Warriors and why they're going to probably beat the Kings tomorrow. Those are 3 teams that's a game or 2 games behind us. That's only going to drop them further behind us. Guys, I'm a genius. We're good. Don't worry about firing Luke Walton. Lonzo does need to work on them field goals, though, on them free throws. Lonzo, work on them free throws. You got this time to work on these free throws, all right? But we don't got to fire Luke Walton just yet. You know, we can give it a little bit of time because we're going to be all right while LeBron and everybody's hurt. That's just tomorrow, guys. It keeps continuing. Every team below us is going to have to play other good teams in the Western Conference on a nightly basis. And every game is going to be tough. And, for example, in another few days, the Lakers on the 7th play Mavericks, and so our destiny is in our own hands. But like I said, I mean, it's just tough game after tough game. I'm not going to go into exactly the whole schedule every other game, but that is the silver lining that I was talking about. That's what I was teasing about earlier. The reason why, even though the Lakers lost, I'm still in a good mood. Look, I always find a bright side. That's the bright side. As of right now, LeBron has been out for 5 games. Rondo has been out for the same amount of time. And we still managed to be in 8th place. And I have a feeling we're gonna be all right. We're gonna hover right in that playoff spot. We're gonna get Rondo back in a month. LeBron James, they said they're gonna take another look at him in a week, evaluate him in another week, meaning we don't know if he's gonna be cleared by then. And even if he is cleared in that week, he still has to do the recovery, the building back up process, the practicing. That's going to be at least another week to week and a half, if not 2. So guys, earlier when I talked about when they announced LeBron had a minor sprain or something like that, and remember when I said he heard something pop and how that means it's going to be a significant amount of time? Looks like I kind of was right. I mean, don't mean to toot my own horn. Yeah, but it's looking that way, guys. But don't be sad about it. Like I said, the silver lining, we're going to be all right. LeBron's going to come back in about 2 weeks or so, and we're going to be right there. We're going to just build back up our record and probably get somewhere around a 6th seed. And, you know, really, as long as we avoid playing Golden State, we don't get them in the 1st and 2nd round, we're going to be all right. So here's another thing, silver lining to think about. Let's say Golden State gets 1st place in the Western Conference. In that case, the 1st place team and the 8th place team will play each other, and then the 4th and the 5th place team will be in the same round as the 1st and the 8th place team. So if Golden State is 8th, we want to be 7th or something like that. You know what I mean? So 7th or 6th or second or third. That's the kind of thing you got to think about. So we still got, we're good. Don't worry. All right, guys. So now let's talk about, I already talked about the standings. I talked about the silver lining. I talked about the stats. I'm not going to go into the stats of the other team because forget them. They're the New York Knicks. This is Lakers Talk with Gerald. But, guys, I got a little something here. This is an adult beverage. Don't worry about what's inside of it. It is New Year 2019, and we need it because if you didn't like my silver lining, if that wasn't enough, take one of these and then go back and listen to the video again and watch it again, and you'll be all right. You'll be thinking, you'll be smiling just like I am. So, but I'm going to say that right before I close off, and we're going to close off with this, all right? Okay, guys. But first, we're going to check out really quick the Lakers' next game. All right. So, our next game is on, it's actually on Sunday. It's going to be against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's going to be in Minnesota. For what I heard is the Lakers are jumping on the flight sometime tonight, and they're going to fly out there. We need to work on the things. We need to work on our free throws. We got to work on playing team ball and running the offense. I don't think we did that very well. I think we need to just work on those things and just play harder. I mean, one of these, we're going to pull some wins every now and then, guys. But like I said, just remember what I talked about. Don't get too down. Even though the Minnesota Timberwolves are below 500, they're 18-21. They still are a very good team. Derrick Rose has been playing very well, and he's been averaging somewhere around 18 points a game. You still got, Wiggins, playing pretty well, and then you still have their center, who's also playing pretty well too. So they have three guys that can really play, and really, they have guys that are borderline all-stars right now. Okay, so it's at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's going to be an early game. What I have noticed is whenever the Lakers played early games, that we don't tend to play very well. But we'll see, guys. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, stay upbeat. Lakers Talk with Gerald. Look forward to talking to you guys probably after we play the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm officially out, guys.